First question from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Dave, obviously Julio was sharp tonight. What did you think of him tonight, and I guess overall the spring, looking back on it?
Yeah, looking back, it was a very methodical spring, very good spring, quality outings, quality work, and we feel really good where he's at right now. He could have kept going a little bit longer, have an extra day going into Colorado. We had a chance to so with Julio, his entire mix, everything, he worked ahead all night, was really good. And I think he had that one sort of rocky first inning a few turns ago, but outside of that, been really good. Got a chance to get able to do, got Kenley into an inning. So overall, on the pitching side, we accomplished what we had hoped.
With Julio going into the season, what do you see him as sort of the limits to start? You think 90 pitches, 6 innings? What are you thinking there?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's hard to kind of, say right now. I think that, the situation matters, the stress of an inning. I don't think there's really any limits. I think any number I throw out would be arbitrary. But I still, thinking about all of our pitchers, not just Julio, but the sum of the body of work for the entire year, just how we get to a certain workload where he's firing on all cylinders when we get to the postseason. So, but I just don't know how that's going to be navigated quite yet.
And earlier you mentioned Jimmy Nelson sort of having the same role as Tony Gonsolin and David Price out of the bullpen. Will you have to be a little more careful with Jimmy, just considering what he's gone through the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think if you look at David and Tony, they're more 2 to 4 innings ideally, where Jimmy is more 2-inning monster, something like that, because, obviously he's gone through a lot of health stuff over the last few years. So to get him pitching, but to make sure he's fully recovered, ready to take on that next outing is really important.
Do you expect this stuff to look the way it has this spring?
I thought the stuff would play as it has if he's healthy, but I just didn't realize the command that he has of his mix. And that's the 2-seamer, the 4-seamer, the slider, and the curveball. So I think that just the command overall, he's really done a good job. And that's from his side sessions to in game. So really, really pleased.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next question's from Eric Steven. Go ahead.
Dave, just wondering with the final bullpen spot, I know it's not necessarily, these games determining the roster, but is Dennis Santana expected to pitch tomorrow?
Yeah, Dennis was available tonight, but he's going to pitch tomorrow. And Eric, I don't think it's all necessarily on spring training history. It's kind of, all of it put together and who we feel best about breaking with us on opening day. So, Scotty pitched tonight and threw the ball well. And so Dennis is going to pitch, but it's not necessarily a tryout anymore. We got to make a decision as an organization.
What about for the position players tomorrow? Is it like kind of a normal game? Is it a full game since you have Wednesday off, or how does that sort of play out?
Yeah, I think with the guys that are starting, we're going to sort of mix it around, but have those same 10 guys taking at bats, or 9 guys taking at bats, and we'll have a DH. And I think the 2 to 3 at bat kind of threshold is what I'm hoping for.
Thanks, Dave.
Yep.
Next question is from JP Hornshaw. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, I noticed most of your starters got 3 plate appearances or more. Corey got 2, came out a little bit earlier. Everything okay with him?
Yep, came out just fine. Saw 4 pitches in first at bat, second at bat, homered, and just felt he felt good tonight, and that was it for him. He'll take 3 tomorrow, and extended AJ a little bit tonight because under the weather yesterday, missed yesterday, so to get him an extra bat tonight.
And as far as tomorrow, why the DH? Is that just your call or Dustin's call, or?
No, I just think that, looking at the position player group, as Dustin will take an at bat, or actually won't take an at bat in his first turn, as we'll be in Oakland, I just think it's more important for those position players to get those at bats.
Cool. Thank you.